The unexpected signal, the darkness of space stretched endlessly, broken only by the faint twinkle of distant stars. Captain Elena Voss sat in the command chair of the Aurora's Fury, her eyes scanning the endless void ahead. The human warship had been on patrol at the edge of the Arcturus sector, a dangerous region controlled by the sprawling Zelari Empire, known for crushing any opposition. The Empire's fleet was feared across 3 galaxies, yet Elena and her crew had survived missions that others thought impossible. A sudden alarm flashed on the control panel, piercing the quiet hum of the ship's engines. Elena's heart skipped a beat. "Report," she demanded, her voice steady despite the rising tension. Lieutenant Kieran's fingers danced over the holographic console. "Captain, we are receiving an unidentified transmission. It's strong, but scrambled the source. It's inside the Empire's patrol zone." Elena leaned forward, her mind racing. Every human in the fleet knew that entering the Zelari patrol zone without permission meant certain death. "Patch it through," she ordered. The screen flickered, and a grainy figure appeared, a holographic image of a human scientist, his eyes wide with fear. "This is Dr. Rian Var. I am trapped on Zelari Prime. They are building a weapon, something huge, something that could destroy entire colonies. You have to stop them." The message cut off suddenly, leaving only static. Elena's jaw tightened. She turned to her crew. "Set course for Zelari Prime. Maximum speed," murmured Commander Tessa. "Are you insane?" "Captain, that's suicide. They will kill us before we even reach orbit." Elena's gaze didn't waver. "Sometimes, Tessa, we have to be insane to survive. Humanity has to fight, not hide." The crew exchanged nervous glances, but no one dared argue. The Aurora's Fury's engines roared as the ship accelerated into uncharted territory. Hours later, deep in enemy space, the ship's sensors detected movement. Fleets of Zelari ships patrolled the area, their sleek black vessels moving like shadows. Elena's hands tightened around the controls. "They will see us soon. Prepare the shields and weapons." She walked through the bridge, each crew member busy at their stations. Fear and excitement mixed in the air. Suddenly, a bright light appeared ahead, a massive Zelari dreadnought, easily 10 times the size of the Aurora's Fury. It hung in space like a dark mountain. The Empire's emblem glowed ominously on its hull. Elena's stomach twisted. "We can't fight that head-on," muttered Kieran. Elena's eyes narrowed. "We don't have to," she said softly. "We are human, and humans have something they never expect. Creativity, courage, and unpredictability." She turned to her crew. "Prepare the cloaking module. We will sneak past them. Strike where they think we cannot. This is our chance to change the war." As the crew worked in silence, tension filled the bridge. Every second in enemy space was a risk. Every sensor beep could mean death. Yet, deep down, Elena felt a strange calm. She had faced impossible odds before, and somehow, humans always found a way. Outside, the stars raced past as the Aurora's Fury slipped through the shadows. The Empire would soon notice their presence, and when they did, the war would change forever. But for now, the human warship moved like a ghost, carrying hope for all of humanity, a single spark in the darkness, ready to ignite a fire that could burn down an empire. Into the enemy's shadow, the Aurora's Fury drifted silently through the blackness. Cloaked in shadows, the massive Zelari dreadnought loomed ahead like a predator, scanning the sector for intruders. Elena held her breath as the sensors picked up hundreds of enemy patrol ships moving in precise formation. "They are sweeping the area," Kieran whispered. "Any wrong move, and we are done for." Elena's hands rested lightly on the console, her mind racing. "We won't make a wrong move. Kieran, remember, humans always find a way." The crew worked with synchronized precision, activating the ship's experimental cloaking module, a risky technology that had never been tested in enemy space. The ship shimmered and seemed to vanish from the sensors, leaving no trace of its presence. Yet, as they advanced, a warning light flashed suddenly. "Captain, a sensor spike. Something large is approaching from the rear," Tessa shouted, pointing at the display. A Zelari hunter cruiser, smaller but faster than anything humanity had built, closed in quickly. Elena's heart thumped. Evasive maneuvers, full power to thrusters. The ship jolted as the engines flared. Twisting through the void like a knife, the Zelari cruiser fired energy bolts, slicing through space. Each hit missed by mere meters, sending shockwaves across the hull. "Prepare the forward cannons," Elena ordered. "If we are spotted, we make them regret it." The crew nodded, hands flying over controls. The Aurora's fury fired a precise shot, hitting the cruiser's energy core. It erupted in flames, debris spinning in the void. Yet the danger was far from over. Ahead, Zalari Prime emerged from the darkness, a massive fortress planet surrounded by orbital weapon platforms. Smoke and fire rose from recent construction. The planet's surface glowed with energy fields, a sign that the weapon Dr. Varric had warned about was almost complete. Elena's jaw tightened. There it is, the heart of the Empire's power, she muttered. We cannot let them finish it. Kieran adjusted the navigation. We need to land undetected, but the patrols are everywhere. Any approach will trigger alarms. Elena's eyes scanned the planet, her mind calculating. We won't land traditionally, she said softly. We take the orbiting station closest to the weapon, disable their shields from above, and give our ground team a chance. This is a strike only humans could pull off. The crew nodded, a mix of fear and determination in their eyes. Hours passed as the Aurora's fury weaved through deadly patrol patterns, its cloaking module flickering under stress. Every second felt like a lifetime. Each movement could be the last. Finally, they reached the orbital station, a towering structure bristling with defenses. This is it, Elena said. We either disable it now, or humanity loses everything. Prepare for a full assault, but quietly. We must strike like ghosts. As the ship drew closer, the crew felt the tension like electricity in the air. Outside, Zellari ships patrolled tirelessly, unaware that a single human warship, smaller but cunning, was about to challenge their empire. The first shot would decide everything. The spark of rebellion was about to ignite. The first strike, the Aurora's fury hovered just outside the orbital station, its cloaking module barely holding against the strong magnetic fields. Elena's fingers moved over the console with calm precision. Steady. Wait for the opening, she whispered. Every crew member's eyes were fixed on the screens, their hearts pounding with anticipation. Inside the station, Zellari engineers worked tirelessly, unaware that a human warship had slipped through their defenses. The massive weapon on the planet's surface pulsed with energy, a dangerous signal that threatened entire colonies. Alina knew they had to act quickly, before the Empire could finish their plan. Prepare the disruption drones, she commanded. We will disable their shield generators first. Tiny automated ships shot out from the Aurora's fury, weaving through laser grids and detection beams. Each drone hit its target, sending sparks and flames across the station's surface. Sensors on the ship detected chaos spreading among the enemy. Suddenly, alarms blared across the station. The Zellari had noticed the intruders. Hunter drones sped toward the Aurora's fury, but Alina was ready. Evasive maneuvers, fire at will. The ship twisted and darted through space, energy beams missing by inches. Every shot from the forward cannons found its mark, tearing through the drones. The orbital station shuddered as explosions rocked its hull. Zellari soldiers scrambled to respond, yet the humans moved with precision and strategy, striking where the enemy expected nothing. We're almost at the weapon control link, Kieran shouted, pointing to the glowing interface on the planet below. If we hack it, we can shut the weapon down temporarily. Alina nodded. Do it, she said. Tessa, cover any Zellari ship that approaches. Take it out. The crew moved like a single mind, every action calculated, every moment critical. Energy beams lit the void, explosions bloomed like fire, and in the midst of chaos, humans pressed forward, fearless. Below, the weapon's energy field flickered and faltered. Sensors showed that the shield generators were failing. The Empire's engineers shouted orders, but their commands were lost in panic. Alina allowed herself a small smile. One step closer, she said, keep pushing. Then, unexpectedly, a massive shadow appeared in orbit. The Empire's flagship, a colossal vessel larger than anything the humans had ever faced. Its weapons charged and ready, capable of destroying the Aurora's fury in a single strike. The crew froze for a brief moment, sensing the immense danger. Elena's eyes burned with determination. Humans have never backed down, and we won't now, she said. Engage the flagship, but use every trick we have. Speed, stealth, and precision are our weapons. The Aurora's fury darted toward the massive ship, weaving between its massive turrets. Every movement daring, every maneuver risky. Explosions rocked the void as the human ship struck with unexpected ferocity. The Zellari flagship staggered from precise hits at weak points, its crew unprepared for such audacity. Alina knew that this was the moment. one human warship, challenging an empire, showing that courage and strategy could turn the tide. As the battle raged, the orbital station's systems failed one by one. The weapon below flickered, weakening under human ingenuity, and in the shadows, the Aurora's fury moved like a ghost. Invisible yet deadly, the first strike had succeeded, but the war was far from over. The spark of hope had been lit, ready to grow into a fire that could consume the Empire. Into the heart of the Empire, the Aurora's fury hovered above the crippled orbital station, its sensors picking up faint signs of the Empire regrouping. Elena's eyes scanned the battlefield, every detail critical. "We've made our first strike, but they won't stay down for long," she said. "We need to move before reinforcements arrive." Kieran adjusted the navigation controls. "The planet's defense grid is still active. Captain, any wrong move and we'll be trapped." Elena nodded. "Then we go silent, all systems minimal. Let them think we are retreating." The ship's engines dimmed, cloaking fully into the shadows, leaving only a faint trace for enemy sensors. Below, Zelari forces scrambled to repair the orbital station and the weapon. Their panic was evident, yet their numbers were overwhelming. Thousands of ships now converged, forming a blockade around the planet. "We can't fight all of them directly," Tessa warned. "Even with speed and stealth, we'll be cut down." Alina smiled faintly. "We don't fight all of them. We fight smart. We hit the weapon's core and vanish. Humans always find the smallest opening and exploit it." The crew moved with precision, each action a perfect sequence in the deadly dance of survival. As the Aurora's fury descended toward the planet's surface, a sudden energy pulse shook the ship, sending alarms blaring. The weapon's automated defenses had detected their approach. Laser grids fired without warning, but Alina had anticipated it. Evasive maneuvers, full thrusters. The ship twisted through the beams like a phantom, barely missing each deadly blast. Kieran and Tessa worked in unison, firing countermeasures and hacking drones. The humans struck fast, taking down turret after turret. Each explosion echoed in the void like a declaration of defiance. Alina felt her heart pound, but her mind was calm. She had done the impossible before, and she could do it again. Finally, they reached the weapon's core, a massive crystalline structure glowing with lethal energy. "This is it," Alina whispered Kieran. "Begin the override sequence. We only have minutes." Sparks flew across the console as Kieran's hands moved with lightning speed. Override at 60%, 80, almost there. Suddenly, the Zelari flagship returned, its massive weapons charging with deadly precision. "Captain, they've targeted us directly," Tessa shouted. "We don't have time." Alina clenched her fists. "We make this strike count. No hesitation. We are humans, and humans never surrender." The Aurora's fury surged forward, dodging the flagship's blasts. Energy beams tore past, striking near the ship, sending shockwaves across the surface. Yet the human warship pressed on, every move precise, every decision calculated. Kieran finally yelled, "Override complete. Weapon core is destabilizing." The planet's massive energy field flickered violently, systems failing one by one. Explosions erupted across the weapon, tearing apart its surface. Zelari forces scrambled in confusion, their massive fleet now in disarray. The humans had struck where they least expected, proving that courage, strategy, and determination could bend the odds. Alina smiled. "We've done it, but this is only the beginning." Outside, the stars were filled with smoke and fire. The Empire's ships scrambled to respond, but the Aurora's fury vanished into the shadows. A single human warship carrying hope and rebellion through the darkness. The heart of the Empire had been pierced, and a spark of resistance now burned brighter than ever. The final stand, the Aurora's fury hovered above the shattered weapon, its hull scarred from battle. Elena's eyes scanned the chaos below. The Zelari Empire's forces were in complete disarray, yet reinforcements were coming fast. Thousands of enemy ships now formed a massive blockade around the planet. "They've realized what we did," Tessa said, her voice tense. "They'll destroy us if we stay here." Elena's gaze hardened. "We don't run, Tessa. We finish this. Humans fight when hope seems lost. That is our power." The crew prepared for the impossible, targeting the remaining shield generators and energy platforms. Every shot calculated, every maneuver precise. Kieran tapped rapidly on the console. "Captain, the Empire's flagship is moving to engage. Its main cannon could obliterate us in seconds." Alina nodded. "Then we make our strike first. Precision over power, strategy over size." She looked at her crew. This is our moment to show that humanity cannot be crushed. The Aurora's fury surged forward, weaving through a hail of energy blasts. Its cannons fired in perfect timing, disabling key systems on the flagship. The massive enemy vessel staggered, smoke and fire trailing from its engines. They didn't expect us to be so fast, or so smart, Kieran said, awe in his voice. Alina activated the ship's final weapon, a concentrated plasma surge. The beam hit the flagship's core, tearing it apart from within. An explosion lit the void, sending shockwaves across the fleet. Smaller Zalari ships scattered in panic. Many retreated, unable to comprehend the audacity of a single human warship. Below, the weapon on the planet crumbled, its energy field collapsing. The threat that had loomed over colonies for years was finally neutralized. Alina exhaled slowly, but there was no time to celebrate. Prepare for immediate jump, she said. The Empire will retaliate, but we leave them with a message. Humanity fights back. As the Aurora's fury jumped into hyperspace, the stars stretched into brilliant streaks of light. Behind them, the Empire's fleet reeled in confusion, their massive power humbled by courage, ingenuity, and daring. Elena's crew cheered softly, but she remained focused. We've won this battle, but the war is not over. Humanity has shown it can challenge even the strongest empire. For the first time in the Zalari Empire's history, fear entered their hearts. A single human warship had challenged them and survived, turning their fleet into dust. A spark of rebellion now spread across the galaxies, carrying hope to every corner of human colonies. Alina looked out at the endless stars, a quiet smile on her face. We did it, she whispered. One ship, one crew, but enough to show that humans cannot be defeated. The Aurora's fury sped into the unknown, ready to fight another day, carrying humanity's courage, ingenuity, and unbreakable spirit into the cosmos.